All right, so we're going to look at the launch task, which just has another visual pattern. And it says, describe and label the pattern of change. So first of all, I notice at the beginning we start off with 3 dots. Then if I look after 1 minute, another dot popped out at each of those 3 dots, making a total of 6 dots. Then if I look here, and I'm counting the dots, each of those 2 dots in each part doubled as well. So here I have 4, and then another 4, 8, and another 4 is 12. And then here, each of these 4 doubled to make 8, and then another 8 is 16, and another 16 is 24. And then the same thing, we see the doubling happen here. We have 4 by 4 is 16, and then times 3 is 48. So describe and label the pattern of change that you see. So what we do is start with 3. Then double. And then if we look at that, well, how many dots are after 5 minutes make a table? So we could just double this if we wanted to and say, well, we could take our 48 and times it by 2 to get 96. But to make a table, I'll fit that in here. And I'm just going to make an X and a Y table. Now this says at the beginning, so I'm going to put 0, because then this is 1 minute. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then filling in the number of dots, we have 3, 6, 12, 24, and then 48. So now to write a recursive formula for the number of dots, well, if this is the beginning dot, we would say, I'm going to call this A sub 0 is equal to 3. And then I just have to write, well, what's the pattern happening? Well, A sub n, the next pattern, is equal to the previous pattern, A sub n minus 1, and then put times by 2. So I'm going to change this equal and put 2 times A sub n minus 1. Let me just rewrite that for you. A sub n equals 2 times A sub n minus 1. And then to write an explicit formula, this fits in with exponential formulas. So if you remember a general exponential, it was y equals a times b to the x. A was your initial value. When y equals 0. And then b was your growth factor. So in our situation, our initial value was 3 and our growth factor was 2. So we'd say this is y equals 3 times 2 to the x.